Welcome back to Door Kickers 2 Task Force North. This is a series I've been working on where I'm breaking down some CQB, some close quarters battle theory, and using this game as a venue to do it. It's a really interesting tactical strategy game, a little bit different than what I usually feature on the channel, but really fun and a great venue for talking about close quarters battle tactics. This is a new level. We're looking at level 3 in the campaign now. I've got 4 assaulters stacked on the outside of a building that appears to be a store because we've got some areas inside that looks like they have some things for sale, but we've also clearly got some enemies in the area because we've got some weapons outside. I'm also curious about what is inside because we have 2 vehicles outside, which lead me to believe that yes, there's enemy combatants inside, but there could also be people because remember, this is a store. So knowing all of that, my task is to enter and clear this structure, eliminate all the enemy combatants in it. However, my rules of engagement are going to remain restricted because I'm going to assume that there are in fact civilians inside, and as a result, with these 4 assaulters, I've now elected to, rather than go pure lethal, I have a good mix of flashbangs and hand grenades depending on the situation that I find myself in, and I have now also elected to bring a camera that will allow me to build my situational awareness prior to going inside. If we look at the building itself, we have a large open area in the center with a nice mix of cover and concealment that the enemy could be using, and then we have 2 side rooms. We have one like back storage area, and it looks like we have a little living space. There's an open breach connecting the 2 large open areas, and so I'm going to try to achieve an L at my breach point. So I have 4 assaulters stacked at 2 different sides, 4 main entrances, a window, a breach to the bottom, and a breach to the left. Remember, if we execute Battle Drill 6, which is enter and clear a room, we would enter and then move to our points of domination, which would be in our corners, and that would give us a nice wide sector of fire across the whole structure. And the end state of Battle Drill 6 is to achieve an L. However, we can split our assault force into 2 groups and have 2 buddy teams, and then rather than committing to Battle Drill 6, entering and getting in a gunfight inside, I can blow some breaches, and then I already have that L, because from these breach points I'm going to be able to open up a significant portion of this structure before I even have to go inside and worry about getting a fight. But before I do that, we're going to try to build situational awareness by using our cameras to take a look inside before blowing a breach. So let's see who has the camera. This guy has one. I've never used the camera before, so you have to forgive me. I don't actually know how this freaking thing works. Alright, here we go. Got a camera inside. 1 enemy there, 1 enemy there, 1 enemy there. So I know of at least 3. So that's 1 element of my L. I should also say that I've still got security on the door this whole time, right? Alright, next guy, do you have a camera? Nope, you have a camera. So we're going to pull security on the door with him. Get your camera out, my friend. He needs to move a little closer, apparently. Okay. So 1 enemy there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. We also have a civilian, it looks like, here. Alright, so 1, 2. I think we had 1 over there earlier, right? Okay. Alright, now that we have all this information, we can plan our assault. So if I have 1 civilian here, I need to be careful about how I go about breaching. This guy's going to continue to maintain security. This dude is going to place an explosive charge. We're also going to go explosive here. We'll do Simo explosive. That'll help us to rapidly gain the initiative and just really employ a lot of violence of action right away. Just want you to pull security. There we go. Now we got guys pulling security, guys placing charges.
They're here!
Oh shit, and we got compromised with that civilian coming outside. Good thing we have security on this door. This is going to transition into a hard clear very quickly. Hopefully our guy pulling security is able to save Drummer's life. Alright, we got 1 civilian out. So now we have been compromised, but the 1 civilian we knew to be inside is now safe, so that we can now go lethal as much as we want without a ton of concern over whether or not we will accidentally kill civilians. We're still going to maintain security on the same doors. We're still going to attempt to go explosive, but there's huge risk now because we're going to expect to take gunfire through these doors. Alright, we have cross coverage here. We have that door that just opened. That could be an enemy coming out. Yep, it is. Now this is a really dangerous situation because we're going to commit fratricide if we're not careful. I immediately backed off. We have an additional civilian right here who we don't want to kill. This guy's dead in the breach. That was really close to a fratricide situation. That's why I backed off right away to try to achieve that L. Fortunately, we still had cross coverage. This is a really challenging situation here. All right, so we have cross coverage. We're going to go ahead and blow this guy to regain the initiative here and hold what we got for 1 second. See if we can rebuild some situational awareness by getting a camera back inside. There's one more enemy there and a hostage there. So we've got a hostage right there and a hostage in this corner. Our best bet for taking this guy out, having cleared most of the rest of this room, is going to be to bang and enter and clear. Okay. Alright, we're going to do a Simo. This guy's going to employ the banger. Nope. Where's the sweet spot? There it is. So that banger is going to go in. And then this guy has frags. This guy has bangers. Alright, as soon as this man breaks, his muzzle breaks this doorway, he's going to clear long, and then he's immediately going to go to this corner. There's a threat here. We want to stack as many barrels on that guy as we safely can. We're not going to commit fratricide by doing so because we're coming in at that L that we created based off how we positioned our assaulters around the building prior to going in. We're putting a banger in this corner that'll set conditions for this guy to move across and clear, or at least establish security on this door to protect the flank of his buddy. And he'll hold right there in doing that. Okay, these guys, same thing. The banger's going to go in. This guy's immediately going path of least resistance. We're going to take out that guy. Once that banger is complete, this guy will go all the way up top and pull long. So now we're going to have cross coverage into this room. We're going to have this guy dead. We will see how it goes. You're going to move on B. You're going to move on B. Okay, let's try it out.
Alpha.
Bangers
go.
are going out. And move.
Bravo.
Okay, how are we looking? It looks like our civilians are still alive. We knocked out a couple additional enemy combatants. We have a little bit of area up here that hasn't yet been cleared. Barricaded shooter. Alright, barricaded shooter. We're not going to try to get into this room. He has a fortified position. He has an automatic weapon. He's pointed straight into a fatal funnel. We do not want to commit assaulters to that fatal funnel. They're just going to get hosed down. So we're going to transition to lethal, and we're going to end up fragging this room to knock him out with HE before committing anyone to that breach. Alright, he's moving to us. Fortunately, we already have cross coverage with all 4 assaulters. And he pays the price for it. Okay, this has been another iteration of Door Kickers 2, a little bit of CQB theory breakdown. If you enjoy my content, if you find it valuable, I invite you to support the channel. Easiest way to do that is by subscribing to it. Of course, you can also support us directly by going to nexus.gg/controlledpairsgaming and purchasing the games that I play from my game store. And the best way you can support is, of course, by just becoming a member for as little as 99 cents a month. It's a huge help to the channel. It keeps me motivated to keep making these videos. I'm Controlled Pairs, and I play the most immersive PC games in the world. This is Door Kickers 2, and I'll see you in the next one.